God's grace in me took me from a drug-infested hippie to a Pentecostal Bible college to learn how to study the Bible, from a guy who wanted to be the next Bob Dylan and was headed towards New York via Knoxville. I actually never quite got to Nashville, got as far as Knoxville, and rearranged that music, and took the kid who, as a young kid, would do anything. I almost got on TV4 here in the amateur hour when I was probably 8 years old to tap dance, because why not? You know? Why not? I was taking tap dancing lessons, so I thought I was pretty good. You know, and I'd do it. I can remember, I forget how old I was, but I was in grade school, and we had an assignment. Back in those days, we had civics class. I don't know if that exists anymore. But we learned about government and the way we had an assignment. We had to write down all the members of the president's cabinet of that day. Now, that was either Kennedy or Johnson. It probably was still Kennedy, I would guess. I don't think it was Eisenhower. No. Anyway, I went in, how do you figure that out? There's no Google machine you can ask, right? So I went and I asked the person who knew everything in the world to me, my dad. And then when I said, Dad, you know, I've got this assignment. I need to name all the members of the cabinet. I didn't even have the cabinet offices, so I needed that too. I think about me asking him that now and thinking, wow, yeah, man, I put him on the spot, because how many can name all of the offices of the cabinet of the president today? No, let alone the office holders. So my dad, in his kind of half-joking way, said, well, I know there's this guy and that guy. He said, I don't know about the rest. Call the White House. I did. That's the kind of kid I was, right? And I talked to an operator at the White House, and, you know, I'm sure I had a little voice like this. Hi, my name is Kevin. I live in Pittsburgh. And so she very graciously gave me every single one of the offices and every single one of the cabinet secretaries. And man, I impressed everybody the next day in school. Nobody else could come up with that. Where'd you find this? Well, I talked to the White House. What else would you do, right? But that's the kind of kid I was till I got drug infested and got very paranoid and drew into a very dark place. But my point is this: God's grace took those characteristics from me and gave me a love for learning in the Scriptures and blessed me with an ability to be able to explain things from the Scriptures. It gave me a love for music and a love for the Lord, to seek out music that gives glory to the Lord, and gave me the nerve to stand up here every Sunday morning in front of you. And I don't get nervous. I don't get tongue-tied unless I get brain fog from the Lyme disease. But, oh man, you guys are on it today. I know the Lord's going to judge me for that when I stand. Point is that the gifts of the Holy Spirit are points of grace where the Lord miraculously and supernaturally, we cannot put that apart as some have, miraculously and supernaturally allows His grace working in you and changing you from the inside to come to the outside and be directed toward some need within the body. And Paul makes it very clear, we talked about this last time, the gifts are given for the good of all. They're not given so that you can impress other folks with you can do this or that. It is rather to minister to the body, as a member of the body, to minister to the needs of the body. Minister sounds like such a, got to go to school for a thing. It means to serve. It means serving to someone else. You get to serve up grace, God's grace, as filtered through your life, but still God's grace and empowered by Him. You get to serve up God's grace filtered through you and in your unique and beautiful way to someone else or to many someone else's. That's what the charismata really are.